going on YouTube? Today we're going to try to learn trippy spins in one session, both on the simulator and in real life. Here we go. Okay, so I'm on short circuit and liftoff. It's a pretty good map with the windmills here for trippy spins, or the light posts right here. I'll start out on the windmill because they're nice and tall, and try it here, and then I'll go over the light post. The best way to get into one, at least for me, is to kind of pitch back as you come up to something. Just like that. And then start rolling one direction. So pitch back like this. And then start roll, and then as I roll, add throttle. And then as far as controlling the spin, the throttle and the amount of roll you input will control how close you are. And then the pitch of your quad will control how high you are. That being said, if you add a ton of throttle and roll, it seems like you climb up, even if your pitch isn't changing, like I did there. I've tried them with the 2.5-inch quad, and I feel like I tend to wash out of them almost. And I'm not sure if that's because I'm not adding enough throttle, or if it's harder without a lot of power. But today we'll try them with the 5-inch and see what happens. This setup I'm using right now on liftoff feels pretty similar to my 5-inch in real life. And you can see there that during this trippy spin I'm doing about half throttle, a little more, looks like 3/4 right here. And that's enough to switch direction. So that's enough power. My voltage is going down here on liftoff. In order to get the quad to feel like my real one, I actually had to do, it's 2450 kV, these motors, which is, in real life I run 1960, but for some reason liftoff feels like slow to me, like underpowered. Let's get a fresh battery here. Alright, let's get one or two on these lamps right here. Street lights. And then take it to the rope. Yeah, see, it's a lot harder for me when it's low like this. I feel like I lose my bearing a lot. The other thing is I wonder what camera angle is best, because I usually run a pretty low camera angle. I started out at like 15, now I usually run at 20 roughly. But it's probably going to be pretty hard to see the top of whatever obstacle because of the low camera angle. Which means you have to stay a lot closer to see it. Like, I don't think I can reverse the trippy spin here. I'll work on that a couple more times before we take it out to the real obstacle. Yeah, lots of... Is there like a slightly taller one I can try out? Okay, that wasn't too bad. My voltage is dropping now. Let me restart it. Alright. That felt okay. Let's try to get one the other way. Oh, I lost it there. Let's see. This direction is quite hard for me. Okay, we got one and reversed it. I'm gonna call that good. I would say at this point, there's not a whole lot more you can do to prepare for real life, other than maybe doing it on like lower and lower obstacles. Like, I'm sure some people can do them through this. I'm not sure if I can do that. But this seemed like a pretty good one. And in real life, when you learn them, maybe find the tallest pole you can. And ideally in grass, because I feel like there may be some crashes, but we'll see what happens. Alright, I'll see you on the field. Okay, here we are at the field. I found a spot with a nice tall light at an athletic field. You got the track and the football field, and that should be perfect because it's nice and tall. Should be easy to see when I'm doing the trippy spin. But we'll see what happens. I think right now I'm just recording goggle video, so you'll be able to see able to see my view. Beautiful day. I need to stay away from people. There's somebody using the track. But I also need to stay away from the water because I would like to not lose the drone. So I'm gonna try to go. There are some people sitting over there and there's one person using the track. So I'm gonna do my best to stay away. But this looks like a pretty good spot for a trippy spin. I am losing the light post as I go around though. Let's see, let's try again. I'm gonna go an angle really quick. Make sure my stick cam's in view. Okay. Let's try that again. Honestly, I think the problem is just fear and not committing and really using throttle that heavily. So I'm gonna give it a go one more time. I don't like that it's that close to the track. I gotta make sure nobody's going around close to me when I try it. Okay, they're on their way there. I'll do this one. Yeah, I'm having trouble washing out of it, even with the 5-inch with more power. So let's see. Maybe if we use a little more throttle here. That was a little better, but again, I think now I'm climbing too much. So something's gonna need to change there. I would like to use one of these instead, but between the trees and the fence, I don't know if that's gonna be an option realistically. I suppose I could try to find another spot. Or I could just be good. If I were just better, then I wouldn't have to worry about it. My goggles are fogging up, that's not good. All right. Let's come back over here and give this another go. So actually, I'm gonna start pretty low. And make sure nobody's around. And then, yeah, I climbed right up there way too fast. I feel like I almost need more roll and less throttle. Let's try again one more time. See, there I started to lose altitude. Okay, something I want to change is more roll input to try to stay closer. And I'm not sure if that'll require more throttle or not. And then I haven't really messed with pitch as much as I did on the simulator, I think. But I gotta say, this feels way different than the simulator, at least for this move, just because the simulator almost feels like you're in slow motion, and this feels like you are falling the entire time, and not slow motion. So that's the first obstacle that I really notice. But let's see what we can do. It is way too hot right now. I picked a bad time to do this. My goggles are fogging. My O3 is probably on fire right now. I didn't think about that. It already overheats all the time. I've never had an overheating warning on it, but like it'll burn you if you touch it. It's hotter than my motors usually, so I don't know. Hopefully the airflow is enough to keep it cool. Okay, here we are. Nobody close that we might hit. And let's figure this trippy spin out. Yeah, I just gain so much altitude. Let's try one more time. Okay, I think that was the best one yet. The difference with that one was my pitch going into it. I changed that quite a bit. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to reverse it today. I might have to come back for another session when there's less people and it's not so hot and try to reverse it. But let me get a few more successful trippy spins in. Make sure I can say I've done it. Had to check if the stick cam was still in view there. Don't see anybody coming around the track. Okay, let's try it again. So start nice and low, maybe medium. That was pretty good. The only thing is I don't know how people come out of those with style. I kind of just let myself wash out and then turn it into a flip or something. But I've seen some pretty cool exits as well. And entrances. I've seen some people flip into them, which is pretty cool. Nobody on the track. I guess maybe it's time to try to reverse it. Why not, right? I don't know if I'll need any battery enough for it. I'm definitely using a lot more throttle than I thought I'd need. But I guess that's kind of makes sense with the trippy spin. Whoa. Tried to reverse it there. I think I was not so far off, but I definitely didn't get it. Okay, the question is, do we change the battery again, or do we just full send it? Nail it, and then call it good. I put away the stick cam, just because the phone was overheating. Hopefully it saved the recording, and enough of it that I'll actually use it. But I'm just gonna go with just audio for now. It's the next pack. That one was pretty much done. And my goal now is to get a rewind, or whatever you call those, where you reverse direction. I don't think it's a rewind. So I got a fresh pack here. I don't know which way to start. I feel like I'm probably better one way, but ooh, I lost that one. Let's try again. I keep losing them from, I think I'm not modulating my pitch very well. And I'll start rising up, and then instead of just adjusting my pitch, I'll mess with the throttle, and that'll kind of wash me out of the spin. So let's try it again. Ooh, almost had the reverse. I think I need to be more aggressive with it, honestly. Let's see. No, not quite. Maybe a little more even. I don't know if I'm rolling all the way around that my thrust is completely countering my momentum. I think I'm just like starting to roll the other way. Okay, that was a start. It didn't look very pretty though. Honestly, if I can get one more good one, I'll call it good. At least for this session right here. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I'll go the same direction again. Oh no, I lost it. Started too high. I really think the camera angle is playing a bigger part than I'm giving it credit for. And I really lose a lot of altitude when I'm switching. So I'm not sure if the trick to that is to just add a ton of throttle, but let me try. I guess I'll try one the other way. Why not? I mean, I'm washing out of them pretty heavily. And now I'm even feeling, just because I got lower voltage, I'm feeling a little bit less power. Ooh, there's somebody walking there. All right. Honestly, I'll just try a couple more, and if I get a clip, I'll throw it in there. And then maybe talk about whatever I change, because I feel like I'm getting close. So far, I haven't had any crashes, which means I'm probably not trying hard enough. But we'll see what happens. Honestly, I don't know, it's kind of not as fun, only because I don't have extra arms or motors for this setup. And I feel like with 5-inch, that's kind of a necessity. I mean, not from experience, but just from the amount of inertia that this thing has. Probably something I want to invest in. So I'm gonna try a couple more. And honestly, I might even continue this with the 2.5-inch quad, if that doesn't work. Because I do have extra arms at least for that one, and the motors are pretty cheap. hopefully that clip worked out. I got the rewind, or whatever it's called, the reverse trippy spin in that last clip there. I think that was like first or second try on the next pack. And the biggest thing, it did help to have a higher voltage, I think, just a little bit. And the other thing was, as you're going around from one trippy spin to the next, I think it really helped to roll the opposite direction, or no, you roll the same direction as you're holding for your trippy spin, but too far, and go farther than you think you need to. Because otherwise you just roll a little bit. It's just like you're adjusting your roll during the trippy spin, and then you just spin out or lose your kind of your angle that you had of attack relative to the object you're spinning around. But if you overroll the right way, then it sucks you back this way. And if you don't do that enough, you'll just be pulling yourself closer to the pole or losing your angle there. So overroll quite a bit, and then punch the throttle, and then start the other direction of roll. I think that was the key there for switching the direction. And pitch was the key for the trippy spin itself, the just actually staying at the right height and not washing out quickly, which I think I said earlier. I think that was caused by noticing that I was going too high or low and messing with throttle more than I was with the pitch of the quad. I think so. Just small adjustments in pitch made quite a bit of difference for that. So hopefully the stick cam and everything worked out, and hopefully my experience helped you guys out a little bit. I know I have a lot of work to do still, but definitely better than when I started today. So have a good one, guys.